Okay, array, very good. Can there any other option that you can provide apart from array? What it could be? Now, if what you will call this as now? If I write this, like in here, you called my number as an array, but what about this? Will you call this as an array then? Okay, this MSG will it be array or it will be something else? What exactly we should talk about it now? What it is? Value is %d. Is it array? Now we will not call it as an array. We will say this is a string. Then why not we say this is a stream of numbers, set of numbers. But as per the programming knowledge that we had, we always represent this as an array. Correct. An array address calculation would be done, for example, this way. So you have base, okay, plus its index multiplied by size. For example, your base address is 100, correct? Your index is 0, and size means type of the array that you are declaring. Now in this case we took DD, correct? So this would be 4. So first address would be 100, correct? Second address would be what? 100 plus 1 multiplied by 4. So what it would be? 104. Then 100 plus 2 multiplied by 4, it results to 108. So 100 plus 3 multiplied by 4. So this would be 112. And last number which we are talking about, -1, would be where? 100 plus 4 multiplied by 4. So this would be what? 116. So that's how these 5 numbers are stored, with assumption that this my number address of this my number is 100. So this may be any number. So if I have to work out with this every time, I have to pass on this to print here. Okay, this should be passed. So I want to pass this 100, for example, okay, which is an address. So what should I do? I should somehow compute this, correct? So let us take, first of all, we will take this index as the way that you take I to be integer for an array. So I am taking this ECX, which will act as an index. Fine. Now I will take EBX as EBX as my size. Fine. Now if I wish to compute what it would be, so instead of EBX I will take EAX, because we want multiplication here, correct? See here, this is a multiplication included, correct? So if we want multiplication, which is the register importantly used, we already saw in previous session, which was that it would be EAX, correct? EX and EDX would be together used. So I will write over here as move EX comma 4. Not visible? Is it visible now? Shreya, is it visible now? Others, can you see
No,
the screen?
sir.
None of you? So Shreya, it seems it is your problem. Okay, Kachole also says no, but many of you are saying yes. So I assume now check. You can rejoin the meeting so that you can verify with, because it may be problem of your network as well. Right now, at least I can see. Payal and Shreya cannot see the screen, but I assume most of you are seeing the screen. Okay, let me repeat it one more time. So what I said was I am having this array, okay, and this array would be having these 4 values, 5 values, and 5th value is where I am wish to terminate. Right now I am taking this as a sample case. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and -1. Fine. And then I'm using a MSG variable where I'm going to make use of this MSG variable to print these values one by one, 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. With -1, it should terminate. Fine. Now here I'm taking this as the address calculation would be done for array like this: base plus index multiplied by size. Now here we declared this my number as DD, correct? So if dd is there, that means size is 4. So index, initially your index starts for an array to be from 0. So and if base address is 100, address of first value, like for example in this case 10, would be what? 100 plus index means 0th index multiplied by size 4. So this would be 100. Now if I talk about 20, because it takes 4 bytes, so it will take index again 1 multiplied by 4. So 100 plus 4, 100 plus 8, 100 plus 12 and so on. Correct. So we want this kind of calculation to be done. So I will put it in comment so that you can understand through the program how we computed the addresses. Okay, so now we have EAX. Why I took EAX? Because we want this multiplication done, index and size, correct? So when multiplication is required, so one parameter should be with EAX and second parameter can be with anyone. So in this case, second parameter for us is index and size. Na? So if EAX is size, then what is this? This would be index. Fine. So it could be size multiplied by index. So A multiplied by B multiplied by it would be same. Okay. Now we want this base. How can we get that address? So let me write this move EBX. I want to take EBX as a base value. So I will write my number. Now what is difference between these two statements or these two instructions? This one takes address and this one takes value at that address. Fine. So first instruction move EBX comma my number will take address of my number into EBX. And if I write move EBX comma d word of my number in square bracket, that means what? Whatever the address this my number represents, from that address fetch the value which is of size d word and put that value into EBX. Fine. So I will again put this in a comment window for you peoples. And so that you can understand what exactly is the difference. Okay, so let me write now move EBX comma. Now we have to give base. Correct. So what is the base? Our array address is my number. Now EBX contains this base, ECX is index, and size is what? EX. Correct. So now we have to write mul ECX. So what will happen? 0 multiplied by 4 is done because ECX is 0, EX is 4. So 4 multiplied by 0 would be what? 0. Correct. So now we have to add this EAX to EBX. Sorry. And EBX should get affected. So because we want first address as what? 100 plus 0 multiplied by 4. So we already carried out this multiplication 0 multiplied by 4. So we have to add that into base. Now base is what? Our EBX, correct? So we got add EBX comma EX. Now we have to push this. So I'm leaving one space over here and I'm writing this push EBX, push MSG, call printf, add ESP comma 8. Every time when you push a value, like how my printf would be, if I have to write printf statement in C, so I will write like this: value is say %d and your address, for example, this way. So if I have to give call to this printf, then I have to start from right to left from here, correct? So right to left you are going to move. So first value you should move is EBX. Then you should pick this. Where we wrote this value is %d, we wrote it here. So which is that variable? MSG. That's why we pushed it here. Now every push, remember this, every push consumes 4 bytes. So how many pushes are there for us in this case? 2, correct? So each push, if we talk about, if we talk about every push, if it is taking 4 bytes, then as there are 2 pushes, so when call function gets executed, whatever we added onto the stack should be cleared by us, and that is the reason why we write this add ESP comma 8 statement. Is that okay? Now, what should happen here as per the logic that we implemented? The 0 should be incremented to 1, correct? And then again it should repeat. Fine. So let us write it here. So I will write increment ECX. I'm keeping one more space over here. Increment ECX. And now we have to compare EBX. Correct. So like where to compare, I'm writing now it here. OK. And if it is not 0, then move to LP. And where I want LP, now when ECX is incremented here, for example, in this case, if ECX is incremented here, what should happen? It should compute this next. So again, it should go to this multiplication. Where we wrote multiplication? Here. But if you recall, our EX is already changed because EX in this case was 4. But when multiplication was done, it became 4 multiplied by 0. So again 0. So we want that code to jump over here so that it can take every time EX to be 4, and whatever the value that is there with ECX can be automatically picked there. Fine. So let us try to save this. OK, I will explain it one more time later. Let us go to debugger and then we can understand what exactly is happening. OK, so let me assemble now my code. NASM dash ALF32 07 10 ASM dash G dash FDWARF. Please add this for debugging purpose so that it can understand the format. Fine. Then if errors are not there, then it is not giving any error. So let us go to this GCC-G-F dwarf. And what is the file name? 0710.o. Now you can see what exact. Oh, sorry, I forgot to write dash M32. OK, so we got now an executable generated. So if I try to execute, now you will see what is happening. Some same number is displayed there and it is going into infinite loop. Now I need to find out why it is going into infinite loop. OK, so for that purpose, let us go to debugging mode and then you can understand what is happening. Remember that let me show you code. Remember that this part ECX should get incremented. It is 0 first, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 and so on. Fine. So let us set breakpoint over here to main. Fine. And say run. Let us display the values ECX, EAX and EBX. Fine. So let us say run. OK, we already said run. So ECX was 0 because XOR ECX. ECX was already earlier something 6283. Now it executed XOR ECX. So ECX became 0. One can see here, correct? Now next instruction is EX, 4. So let us say NI. Fine. So we got this. So we got now EX as EX, 4. So we got EX value to be 4. Now next statement is we have to move address of my number to EBX. Fine. So let us try to see what exactly is happening there. So we got this number 144844. So if I try to see what is the value there, so you write X $EBX. So it will show you the hexadecimal number. This X means examine at the address. So this EBX represent address because we said move EBX, my number. So this EBX is holding address of this now. So if I write X/D $EBX, so this will show you the value 10, which was added by us here. You can see here, correct? This was the first value. Fine. OK, so let us continue. So we got now add EBX, EX. So number is same. We said push EBX. Now what is EBX? EBX is address and we are pushing that value. Actually, what should we have done? We should have added it as value at that address, correct? So in printf, it automatically picks that. But here we have to specify. If I write push EBX, then it will take what is value of EBX. So it will print that. So let us go on and see what happens there. So remember this number and remember value on in C and A. So you note it down when value of ECX and EAX is changing. So is EAX changed? You can see here EAX is changed. Fine. Okay, now we have to see about ECX as well. So let it continue. Yeah, so we got EAX to be 20. How suddenly it became 20? Because next statement would be added there. So it is in printf. So add ESP comma 8. It is clearing. Somehow we got EX equal to 20. We don't know how it came. We are saying ESP comma 8. What is ECX now? 1. Now EBX comma -1. Now will ever this EBX become -1? You can see it is becoming 12. Okay. Now after a while you will see 16. Let us move further. Add ESP comma 8. Now EBX done. Now see value is changed. So we got again 12 and so on. So ultimately what we made a mistake over here is, let us see what the change is to be done. Here we need to write dword of EBX, and wherever I wrote CMP, I also should have written dword of EBX comma -1. Correct, because we want to compare value at that address. Fine. Now let us again let me show you one more time the code so that you can understand what it is. See the code. I hope this part is clear. We are worrying about this only. So this push dword of EBX was necessary because if I put only EBX, then it takes address. I want value at that address. That's why I was supposed to write this dword. Fine. Even when I said CMP EBX comma -1, this EBX was an address. So I want value at that address to say whether it is -1 or not. Fine. So this is the change we made. So let us try to now again compile, assemble the code, assemble, and now link, and let us execute. Now it is showing 20, 20, 20. Correct? It is infinite. It is going infinite. Why? That means what? This comparison is not working. What are the comparison that we added here above? Okay, in the code, this comparison is not working. So it is always going to LP, LP, LP. Why this might be the case? The case is like you must have seen when we executed printf, there were two registers which were getting manipulated. Even previous class I talked about, they are EAX and ECX for a while because we are using only both of them. So for that purpose, we will use one code. Let us go back to our Emacs. And I'm including two instructions here. Okay, recall the space I added here. Correct. I will include one instruction called PUSHA, push all. Okay, so it picks all general purpose registers, this EX, EBX, except ESP, EVP are added there in some order. Okay, and we are popping them all. Fine. Now let us try to see whether I only added these two instructions, push A and pop A. Now let us try to see whether are we getting the code working right. If not, we will work out. Now see what happened. It displayed -1 as well. Correct. Now we wanted what? If it is -1, then it should come out. So where I should check it? After printing, I am checking that. Correct. So if I go to my code, for example, you may see, like, see, I'm taking that value, I'm printing that value, and then I'm comparing. So where should I add this CMP statement now? I should add it here only when I'm getting this this number. Okay, before printing, it should work out this. Correct. So here now I'm introducing you unconditional jump and conditional jump. So what are the jump that we added there? It is conditional jump. Right. This J and Z is conditional jump. Now I'm taking these two statements here. Okay, and here I am adding end LP. Correct. And I am here saying simply jump to LP. This is unconditional jump. Okay, and this is here end LP, and you say rate. Okay, return to go back to the code. Correct. Now what it should do, whatever the -1 it printed, okay, it should not print this -1 because it should print only these 4 and not this one. Okay, so let us try to apply NASM. We got GCC and now try to execute it. What happened? Why it is not displaying it? What might be the reason? What is the code written? Let us check it one more time. We wrote this. Now we have to write this as jump if z, because earlier it was not z, not 0. Now if it is 0, then come out of it. Now we have to change the condition. When we were talking about it to continue the loop, we wrote j and z, jump not 0. Now we are comparing, whenever it is 0, it should come out. That's why this j and z was converted to jz. Fine. Now let us see what exactly is happening. What happened? Now we got it correctly. So if I increase now the numbers in my code, so let me write here a few more numbers: 100, 120, 210, 324, 4543, 678. I can add as many. Correct. So NASM, GCC, and then a.out. You may see all numbers will be printed because our termination condition is what? Whenever the value becomes -1, it should terminate, and that's what is happening. Now let us try to comment the printf for a while, so that I can show you the changes happening. Fine, because otherwise it goes to printf statement. So I'm disabling that. I'm putting that printf thing into comment window. Okay, I simply removed the printf statement for our checking, like for debugging purpose only. So let me assemble, debug. Let us debug this. Now, let us add breakpoint main. Now we have to display what? EAX. We have to display EDX. We have to display ECX. We have to display EBX. Fine, we will display all these registers. Now say start, run. Now see the values, the changes that are happening with the registers. So ECX is 0, EX is 4, EBX is address. 4 multiplied by 0 would be 4. So see the EDX now. EDX will change because of multiplication. Now that is the reason why I always suggest before mul, you ensure that you make EDX 0. Sometimes you may not get error. In this case, we haven't got error, but sometimes it may give you segmentation fault as well. Okay, you will see those situations later as well. Now EBX plus EX would be what? 8 plus 0 means this 8008 plus 0. So this address will remain same. So you can check the value of EBX now. Okay, by writing this. So this is X value. So if you want decimal, then you put this. You got this first value. So is it -1? No. So it should continue. So it will not execute that JZ. Correct. It will come out. It will increment ECX. Now see the changes. In ECX. Jump to LP. Now see, we are at line number 31. Correct. Now you see where it is taking us. It is taking us to LP. Unconditional jump. Again EX becomes 4. EBX becomes same number. Correct. Multiply ECX. 4 multiplied by 1 would be 4. Add EBX comma EX. So this should become now, this 8 should become now 12. Correct. Now again check value of EBX. It is 20. Next value is 20. Okay. So let us continue. Is it -1? No, 20 is not -1. So it continues. It goes to increment ECX. ECX becomes 2. Again, go back to earlier stage, ex comma 4. Now, why I'm putting this 4 again and again, I will show you now. You will understand it now. Because for first and second, it is not creating a problem, but from third number, it is going to start creating problem. So move EBX comma my number, again 8. Add, multiply ECX. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. Add EBX comma EX. 8 plus 8, 16. So now you are getting next number. So let us see what is the next number. 30. Correct. NI. Is it 0? Is it -1? No. So increment ECX. ECX becomes 3. Now suppose if I don't move EX as 4, okay, which I am doing now every time. Like if I don't execute this, what will happen? Next multiplication would be 8 multiplied by 3, 24. But we want here what? 12. Correct. That is the reason why we are making this EX as 4 always. Understood? Okay, good. So let us move further. So 4 multiplied by 3, 12. Add 8 plus 12, so 20. Again, let us pick the value. It is 40. Next value is 40. So you can continue now. Increment ECX becomes 4. Now again 4 multiplied by 12 would not be there. So that's why EX should be 4. It would be 16. Again 8 plus 16, 24. Check the value. It is 100. Next value is 100. So you continue. ECX becomes 5. Okay, we will move till some number so that we can check 120. Okay. This is 210. Let us check this. 324. Sorry. Again EX comma 4, EBX number 32, 40. So check this one, 543. Next number is 543. So you go on, again increment ECX 9. 9 multiplied by 4, 36. Correct? 36 would be added in 8. So this would be again new number. So now 678. This should be, I think, last number. So increment LP, again EX comma 4. So 10 multiplied by 4 would be 40. Okay, add it here. Now let us check. Now this is -1. Now carefully see. Let me check this E flag for you peoples. This is PF, AF, IF. Now we are executing this CMP statement. Now suddenly you can check where the flags got affected, because value at this address is -1. -1 here and -1 here matches. So our next statement was jump if 0. So 0 flag will set because it subtracts -1 -1 -1 minus +1. Okay, so this becomes 0. So that's why this 0 flag got set, and that's what this JZ is taking. And then JZ will take you to end LP. Now see the line. Earlier it was line number 13. Now where it takes, check it. It took us to line number 33, and then your code will terminate. So code terminated. Fine. Got the idea? Any question with this? So let me show you the code again. Okay, 1 minute. Let me show you the code again. This is the code. So we add these numbers declared over here. Okay, if you want printf to be used, because the values are changing, that's why we have to write push a and pop a for before every call. So when I said before every call, this is a C statement. I have added it only for understanding how this call would be written. So push this first, then MSG, then call printf, and then how many pushes are there? 2. So that's why add ESP comma 8. Okay, this is how you have to work with it. So if I now push all, print all values, and then pop a, and then push it. So let me save this. Let me go out. And if I try to now execute this code by assembling again, because I removed the comments, GCC, and if I execute, all printf statements will be shown. Fine. Now our target is, now we want to add these all numbers together. How can we do that? If we have to add these numbers, where the change would be, see the code and let me know where the change should be. Now we want this addition to be done. Addition is percentage. How addition would be there? How you will write? Sum equal to sum plus a of I. And we already saw this is a of I. What are the calculation done over here? EX comma 4, ECX is incremented and so on, and EBX contains base. So this is a of I. Sum initially should be what? 0. Correct. So if we have to change this code, so I will save this. Okay. I will remove this statement from here. Okay, let me first save this. We will take add numbers dot asm. So 07 10 2020. Correct. Yeah, so we got this. Now we want this sum equal to sum plus a of I. Now we already know now this logic. Fine. So where you are getting number, you are getting number here. Fine. If it is not, then you have to add it here. So where is the value? So you have to write, for example, this sum is with ESI. Okay. And we will write divide of EBX. So before that, we have to make ESI to be 0. So XOR ESI comma ESI. Because we want sum equal to sum plus, we already computed this A of I using this EBX contains A of I, correct? Now we have to add that with sum equal to sum plus I, A of I. So this sum initially is 0, so that's why we made it 0. And every time variable is computed, if it is not 0, then it should move the value and add to ESI. Fine. And here we will write this now printf statement below. This whole thing would be done, and we will print now sum over here. Fine. So you write push A. Now even it is not required here. We already we are not using any instruction later, so no need to write it here. Earlier it was required. Why? Why it was required? Because we were using ECX below here. Correct? ECX was used. That is the reason why we wanted thing. So what would be sum of this? So let me go to this. We'll replace each minus comma by plus so that we can see whether are we getting the sum or not. What would be sum? Okay, if you are good enough with calculations, so you can work out. Okay, let me do this first. Plus, 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 and we don't want this. So what is the sum? Sum is 2075. This 2075 should be displayed here. So let us try to see whether are we going to get that number. Right? So let us save this. Let us go back. So we have now another program written. So we have 20 add numbers dot asm dash g dash fdwarf. Fine. Now gcc dash g dash m32 dash fdwarf 07 10 20 underscore add numbers dot o. Let us execute. What is the sum? What might be the reason? What might be the reason? Let us go back to the code and check whether where we made the mistake. So what we are moving here, our sum is not in EBX, correct? We want what here? We want sum to be stored in. We already stored that sum into ESI, correct? You can see here. We wrote add where? Sorry, I took different code. Yes. We wanted this code. So where is the sum stored? Sum was stored with here, add ESI, correct? Sum was with ESI. Fine. So that's why here below, rather, where we printed this EBX, we actually should have written here ESI. Fine. And if I again assemble the code, link and execute, what was the result? 2075. Have we got the same? Yes, 2075. Got it now? Okay. Now I want you to count these numbers. What are the numbers that have been added by us in this array? I want you to count it. Like I want that counter. How the counter can be taken? So when you are comparing with -1, so we don't want now sum, correct? So this you have to make changes. You have to make changes here. Instead of this statement, there will be something else which you are going to make use of. Where the counter possibly could be, you can take one register where the counter can be stored. This ECX you are taking as an index, correct? So you have to make change over here and get that counter incremented automatically. That counter should get incremented for every number. Fine. Here instead of this add ESI, because you are taking value of EBX, so we have to take over here only what that counter should be incremented. How many numbers are there? So initially it would be 0. After first number it should be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Correct? So can you do that code? Let me save this code. 0, 7, 10, 20. Now we want what? Count dot ASM. Fine. I'm removing this line. Okay. Instead of this, I am saying increment ESI. Fine. How many numbers are there? Check it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we want what? Total number of values are. Total number of values are. Fine. Now what is the change I made? I XORed ECX, and instead of this, I'm only checking whether is it -1. If it is not, then ESI would be incremented. Fine. So let us try to see what it shows. Okay. Again, debug. So what it was, count.asm -g -fdwarf count.o, and now you can see we got 10. Correct. So what was the count there? If you carefully see the code. So let us make the change. We will write only 4. Correct. We'll take only 4 values. So let us see whether it is showing us 4. Now sum GCC and then a.out. So by making small changes, we could get 3 different programs written. Fine. Now you start working with the program. I assume. Let me see who is there. Isha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm giving one next program to each one of you. Like you can submit it to Isha and then she can find out the errors. or she can help you out with respect to the problem. Now what I want only those numbers. Hello. Okay, I want you to count numbers, okay, such that the numbers should be divisible by 2. What would be required? If it is even, then you should say that like total number of digits or total number of integers given, how many of them are even numbers? What would be logic over here? You already know now how to take array. So I'm adding this code here in your WhatsApp thing so that we can verify. You can take this help. I will add that onto say I will add that code to WhatsApp as well so that you can work out with that code. So I'm adding these files for you peoples so that you can take help of these. Fine. And use them for your reference. OK, these would be input files for you, which you can see the code and then work out easily. Understand them. So Isha, you can mention the deadline on the group so that they can put that data over there. Fine. OK, so these are the programs. So problem statement I am writing. Problem statement is this. From the given list of numbers, count how many of them are even. Now you have to understand that you have to manage your registers, okay, appropriately. And it would be really important. Now I already showed you how to manage the registers. You can make use of push A and pop A instruction. Okay, before and afterwards, whenever you want with you. This would be somewhat bit complex program in the initial stage, but you can try it. Fine. And after, like when you are done, you can submit it to her. Okay, and the way that you earlier did. Fine. And keep these programs with you. Okay, it would be important. Why? Because I'm going to ask you to submit all these programs later. What are the program that you wrote? Note that only these programs which I'm teaching to you or which you are writing in this course. Apart from this, you can try your own, like what could be the better programs that you can go and use it. Fine. So work with it. Is that okay? Any question? Any question? No? Good. So I'm stopping this recording. I'm adding this in few minutes. Okay. On our Moodle course